colossal drag that was, huh? It sucked.
Test bummed you out?
Yeah, it sucked.
Well, it's funny, I'm a little bit more hung up with that cocksucking sort of hegemonic agent, that functionary from fucking exam land.
Yeah. I see what you mean. I mean, it's as if he'd sprung forth from the world of the test. This guy's like an emissary from the world of the test.
That's really clever.
I mean, you see what I mean? I mean, it's as if he's like a delegate or something from this Kafkaesque world.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I feel nostalgic for kind of a Kafkaesque universe.
Yeah. I mean, the question with the carefully numbered locker doors and all the children with their own numbered locker, and it was just this kind of nightmarish uniformity, each child with its own little cubicle. I mean, I felt like I'd been welded into one of these cubicles, and I needed the functionary to unlock me, to get me out. You know what I'm talking about, that question with the list. It was frightening, frankly. But the functionary is just a disaster. I mean, were you even able to assemble any of the diagrams for the questions? You know, the kind of initial, preface
I
to each.
seem to have a distinct memory of you commenting on the fact that I was making one of those.
Yeah. Were you able to figure those out at all?
What do you mean? You're talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If operations is toured on Monday, productions is toured on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that. My fucking pencils were broken.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's perverse the way the test is set up. I mean, the diagram they ask you to painstakingly assemble. You know, you find out in the end that each of the questions is a kind of an exception to all the rules of the diagram. You know, it's as if you have to make a diagram that is, fluidly designed to account for every exception to its own rules.
See, that's a trap. You're saying that the test is kind of a trap.
Yeah, the test is a trap.
That's absurd. I mean, the test isn't a fucking trap. The test is great. I mean, the test is just fucking fine. It's some sort of excremental symptom of this, absurd ideological complex that pretty much wants to just sort of expand its test-taking technique. I mean, how can you sit there and complain about the fucking test? That's what you're here for. You're taking the test so that you can, in turn, give the test. You want to become a test administrator. What the fuck right do you have to complain about taking the test and saying how bankrupt it is? The whole reason you're here is to participate in it. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to give this goddamn... Whoa. Hey, I don't want to give this fucking test.
Of course. No, I see exactly what you're saying. I mean, at some point, you've got to reach a point when you're in the middle of taking the test where you acknowledge the time passing, you look at these ridiculous questions, you just feel
Fuck the test. I don't know why you're talking about the test. I'm talking about the fact that I don't want to give them this fucking... I don't want to teach other people to take the fucking test. I don't want to waste my time with this shit. I don't want the fucking job. Listen to me.
Aren't you raptly awaiting the moment when the time's up and you can just leave the building and go out and I mean, the next thing you know, you're home, you can rent RoboCop, make a can of SpaghettiOs.
That sounds worse than getting a fucking job.
Well, no. Let me try to make this clear. I don't know if you quite know where I'm coming from. I mean, when the time elapses and the test is over and I leave this ridiculous building and I go out and I go on the street, I'm walking home. I'm on the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm listening to my Walkman and having a pack of Twizzlers.
Oh, you're telling me that in the middle of this kind of ontological or epistemological fucking crisis that your safety net is Twizzlers?
Okay, I'm gonna split.